playing Sasquatch Chicos, and you watching Fragadelphia. Delphia. Yeah, man.
Steve certainly looks a lot different than I remembered.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
He must
He's
have gotten,
changed over the
I mean,
years.
we've been over here all day, so clearly things have changed. We've lost track of things, but we haven't lost track of the fact that we are continuing on in the bracket.
Yep. Next stage, let's go.
Yeah, so it is going to be B's Money Crew against Real Street Gamers.
This is true.
It was this close to being B's Money Crew versus Insomnia. I mean, like,
Absolutely right.
razor's edge. It almost went that way. Now, when these two teams last met, B's Money Crew, they put the hurtin' on Real Street Gamers.
Mm-hmm.
It was ugly.
It was very ugly.
Now, that was only on one map. The
Yep.
other map was kind of close, but the first map
Absolutely.
was bad. So we'll see if things continue in the fashion that they did earlier in the tournament, or if it will be Real Street Gamers coming out swinging, trying to forget that first map. As we jump into the game, pistol round is beginning here. First map is going to be Dust 2. And you can already hear the USPs firing towards top mid. It looks like it is going to be a B-side attack coming in from Real Street Gamers. Fighter flying in towards lower tons. Does he realize there's one in the corner? B playing this one beautifully. It's a crossfire setup. Oh, no! B takes a little bit of time. Eventually gets it back under control, and that's the bomb down. That is huge. I love this aggression right now from B's Money Crew as they manage to get full control of mid and lower tons. The bomb is all but unrecoverable at this point.
Roka. He spotted player. He's actually dinked a couple, but it's going to be Bob backwards. Finding another one. Roka now in the 1v4. It's, of course, the pistol round. If he's lucky, he might be able to find some USPS one taps, but he'll have to be lucky, incredibly lucky, miraculously lucky at that. With a minute left on the clock again. He can take this one slowly, but it should be absolutely B's Money Crew. He's worried about there being somebody from behind, but there is nobody there, actually. They're all still up and towards the top of tunnels, just camping on the bomb, waiting. They do have Bob backwards. Sitting inside of mid, falling back, running away.
Roka still has time to work with here, 45 seconds left, but they know where he is at this point. He's back towards mid. They hear him running around. He's got those concrete shoes on. He's got to be careful. They are stacked up in B tunnels. It's a crazy pile up here. There's it was just a matter of time before they finally were just like, surprise! And then they all storm out of lower tons. And it's the round for the CT side of B's Money Crew. So beginning strong. We'll see if they can keep the pressure up. The pistol rounds thus far for the side of Real Street Gamers have been really good. However, that pistol round was definitely weak. Roka with the only kill on the round. Opting for the armor pistol buy. And then Carbon Main picking up the scout. Seb's got to be careful here as he's wanting to take that dual long range, but he'd be a little bit worse for wear if he does get tagged up.
This one out. Again, slowly. They've got positioning over here towards long, and now they've got the bomb and an escort inside of tunnels. Still, the defense of the side of B's Money Crew now is starting to get a little bit curious over here towards long doors. They're going to have a player posted up next to the doorway. Same for the opposite side. Fighter just patiently waiting. So this one, both teams trying to just slow down the pace of the round, trying to find some sort of an opening, some sort of mistake being made by the opposing side. B, he's going to throw that nade down, but luckily for the side of Real Street Gamers, they're able to disengage from it. Now the bomb rotating down towards the bottom of mid, and Fighter trying to pick up the pace here. Seb, only on 1 point of health. He gets one to the dome, and he's going to have to be cautious moving forward here.
Bomb is working up towards catwalk. Can't tell if that 4-man's in CT spawn or not. I believe that is Wardell on the so he's in CT spawn. So Wardell's on the catwalk railing. There you go. Makes contact with the players coming up from the brick box. He's trying to hold a headshot angle in case any of them peeks up just too far. Jeez, squeezing that shot above that brick. Not that easy. As the push continues on, Seb's going to get the jumping scout. Uh-oh. A jumping FP9. Sure, why not? Just jumping all over the place. It's a bunch of leaps and bounds coming in from BMC. Only one player even taking damage on the round. That was Seb. And he took the most amount you possibly could. 99 damage.
Yeah.
Down to 1 HP, but he still survives. And one more round of saving coming in for Real Street Gamers.
He's been really slow for a couple of rounds.
Yeah, which is the complete opposite some games we've seen previously.
Exactly. I'm taken aback by it. Almost speechless, really. This is not what we're used to between these two teams. Normally, it's been an explosive clashing with waves of offense and
on all maps, it's just two that they're playing. So
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like, you would think like, okay, they're just gonna run in. Like at least in this situation, that's gonna be the case. It is the armorless pistol, but yeah. There's the hype.
Nice
I was waiting.
eco strat.
Yeah, I've been waiting for some energy because it's been also quiet. I was actually just about to say how quiet it's been. Still only one kill as well for Roka's side. Real Street Gamer struggling to perform in the first few rounds. AK is coming out. Do they have the AWP in play? Nope, can't afford it. So it will be a 5 rifle approach for the T side as they get control of long. They got to worry about this one player up on the A site, and that will be Seb holding the long range down with the rifle.
4 players out, and of course they do still have a AKNY coming up from Catwalk. So he's going to round the corner, making contact. Luckily for him, he's able to actually escape. He rounds back around the corner. He's cautious of the mid-peak, so trying to find a player attempting to capitalize on what his teammates in Cat had just seen. But for now, AKNY able to fall back and survive for the time being. 3 players outside here towards long, now going to be using a volley of nades up towards Cat. B finding one as he drops down Bob. AKNY out of the equation. Fighter now trying to bring in a Cat push, but he too is pushed out back. Now all of a sudden, it's just down to the 3 players for the side of Real Street Gamers trying to get to the A site, but a fantastic flashbang, and even though Seb is also blinded, he will be able to find the double. Now, FGB going to have to disengage from this situation, falling back. He does find one more. He's looking to deal some more damage here. Drops Wardell. This is great, because also Seb, tagged in this engagement, still stuck behind the standard plant. And this one means that all of a sudden, FGB has an actual real opportunity.
Yeah. Double peek is there. Good move. Send out the player who's low, knowing that he's likely to die anyway. Let the player peek with a high HP, and he will take a brunt of the damage. Who is Bob backwards? I'm having a hard time remembering.
I was waiting for a good chance to write it down on a piece of paper and ask you. It's the new guy.
Yeah, that's Bob. I mean, the other Bob we know. That's AKNY, but Bob backwards, I don't know.
That's what he gets for changing his name when he's not a regular.
Yeah, well, that's what you get, yeah.
And there's this big spray down, unfortunately. Seb going to be finding a 4th one in the round. AKNY, all of a sudden, he has no teammates left. And of course, this one was just a pistol for the team after trying to get back from losing that first rifle round. So again, not looking to deal too much damage, but it's honestly been quite frag-free on the side of the offense so far. 5-0 now the scoreline. But we will be back into the bye round here for the side of Real Street Gamers. Looking to finally get a round up on the board. We are 1/3 of the way through the first half. No answer as of yet.
This is kind of what we saw the first match between these 2 teams. It was B's Money Crew who totally controlled the pace in the first map. Second map was a little bit closer, but it was the first map. If I'm not mistaken, I could be backwards, but one of those maps was dominating from BMC. So if I'm correct, it was the first map that was a blowout. Second map was close, right? It was like 16-2 in the first map or something crazy like that. Yeah. That was on train, too, I think.
Yes.
Oh, man, my memory, it may seem foggy to me, but it's actually better than I expect. I don't know what's worse.
Or I'm just lying so we sound confident.
Yeah, that too. Seb gets one. Race car backwards now, who was also just previously known as Bob. Manages to get the kill, so it is a 3-on-5, and I can hear some frustration mounting right now for the T side as they find themselves again at the disadvantage.
They haven't been able to put the bomb down in, but it will start to commit to the plant. AKNY checking out towards the tri-stack, going to be taking his head straight off is Seb from CT spawn. Immediately now the counter-terrorist trying to push up from that spawn, but oh my lord, FGB able to find 3 frags here down to the 1v2. This would be an ace clutch if he's able to grab it, finds one more headshot, it's down to it, and he does find it. What a phenomenal individual play. Wowza.
Yeah, just remember, FGB sucks at this game, remember? Because that's what everyone says, right? That's the repeatable line. FGB's no good. He doesn't belong. FGB sucks.
Free kills.
Yeah, free kills.
Free frag
so much
FGB.
for that. He's the only one with kills, at least, one you could count on 2 hands on the team. So let's go ahead and jump in the voice comms here for the T side of Real Street Gamers, see what things are sounding like there.
Someone just flashed him.
I just flashed.
I saw it.
Okay, yeah, there's one pit.
I'm blind.
Alright, you have bomb right now. You want to leave Danny there or no?
Oh, we could. I don't think they know he's there. They don't know he's there.
Yeah, they know him here.
Oh, they
Alright,
do?
so help him get back
Maybe.
out then.
I'm gonna smoke it for you, okay?
I think we should go mid to B.
Actually, I
Smoke
don't think they might not.
I'm flashing.
Oh, he's zapping mid right now, dude.
Okay. I left you, Danny.
Yeah, it's fine. You guys should do something.
Mid to B, dude,
Mid B,
please.
smoke mid B for sure.
I don't know the smoke.
Bilal, don't peek that.
For sure,
Smoke
smoke
me
mid
now.
B. You gotta.
Just taking bomb.
I'll get a flank kill in a sec.
Run to tunnels right now, everybody. And then go T-spawn.
You want us to go T-spawn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Flashing the B fighter. Go T-spawn to B. I mean A.
Good dead.
Nice.
Alright, we're coming out long right now.
Damn, you guys came back fucking long.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were nowhere to go, dude. The opera's
Yeah,
holding
we made noise at B.
Well, I mean, their op was already holding us here.
I'm
So
gonna go cut.
you gotta flash
everyone-
over. Someone flash over. Someone has to
No,
No,
I
no
have one.
flash.
All right,
No
well,
flash.
yeah,
Let's
fucking
just
keep
go.
together, guys.
Trevor, jump across cat, dude. 30. They need help, Trevor. You gotta make noise.
CT.
Oh
Single.
my fucking god.
Where?
Bro. CT mid. Why did he?
Hey, side lane. 1v1. 10 seconds, bro. 10 seconds, Trevor.
70.
I can't believe you guys came back.
The move was right. Like they said, 10 seconds left. He had to make a move.
Yep.
It was a bold play, diving off catwalk like that, but great awareness. They actually told him after he jumped down. That was already the idea.
Yeah.
So he dives off of catwalk, and unfortunately, they still lose the round. It was so close. So unfortunately for him, it's another round in the pile of rounds that has been building up for Beast Money Crew. And there will be pistols coming out, so another one to follow as well.
Wardell looking for the op pick here in mid, and he will be able to land it. Down goes AKNY, but not able to find the second one. He's going to have to try to fall back. Carbon Main able to finish things off with that Glock. 4 versus 2 here as the T's do continue to fall. Carbon Main and Fighter now the last two standing. They are side by side, however, tier towards the bottom of mid. Counter-terrorists trying to react accordingly, spreading themselves all around. We've got one player committed over here towards the B site. 2 players down towards the bottom of mid. And then Seb really committed to behind the barrels up towards Catwalk. VSA with the op. Not Wardell, because he's dead. Trying to hold out towards Tons. Now Fighter's going to round the corner first. That's an easy pickup. Looking for the repeat here. Carbon Main also nearby, but that shot's going to miss. Swapping out to the secondary, looking to finish it off with the USP. Carbon Main blinded. Great teamwork there coming in from VSA. So he takes the first shot, and then when he misses the second, as opposed to trying to force the engagement, he allows his teammate to use some teamwork. You see him immediately look away from the flash, and that is all she wrote. Another round for Bees Money Crew, and Real Street Gamers still only sitting on 1. They're going to be coming into this round, of course, with a bit of a broken bye. A Tech-9 here for FGB, and a UMP on Fighter, but that's where he feels comfortable. The real problem I see is that they do not have too many nades. They've got some flashes, a couple of smoke nades, nothing to deal any damage, no Molotovs to keep on the after plant. Versus the purchase here of Bees Money Crew, it's looking good, but a cat push so far from the CTs with a heavy presence mid. This could be a huge wave of combat, and Wardell able to find one through the edge of the box. Seb now finding a headshot as well as he does push Catwalk, but he reels backwards. Because he engages from Cat and then falls away, this leaves B in a really good position because they will never expect him to be here.
Yeah, there's the smoke up and over. Flashbangs for Catwalk as well. Fighter now flashing and smoking. That's the first one. The other one did go in towards the B site. Dealing with the smoke right now as it fades. Roka goes for the shot, not able to find it. VSA is just going to stick behind this box and wait for the support. Good move from him. Eventually does die. Wardell swinging in with the op. Wow. 1 and 2. That was fast coming in from Wardell, peeking in from the window. And really, I mean, this is a repeat of that first match.
Yeah, this is Wardell now ending lost shots. He's already up at 7 kills. Of course, we do still have VSA and Seb leading the charge for the side of Bees Money Crew, but everybody on the side of BMC seeming to hit their stride here. Meanwhile, Real Street Gamers continue to struggle. They're going to be back onto the P250s, a single peek in the hands of FGB. No smoke grenades, double flash, and a frag, so they're not even going to be able to isolate any sort of engagement. The long-range advantage here for the rifles should be the reason of their demise.
Race car backwards. If you didn't know, that's also race car. He's going to pick up a 3K, speeding his way towards 3 kills. Carbon Main last alive, P250 in hand. VSA is waiting. It's just round after round. There's really, you run out of things to say, right? Like, even Bees Money Crew is not getting that loud anymore. They're realizing it's just a steady march as they just walk all over Real Street Gamers. You know, they've had a bit of a break, but the problem is, like, AKNY has 1 kill. Fighter has 0. Fighter has not found a kill. Fighter, a player who's, you know, renowned for his fragging prowess, has not managed to pick up a single kill in 10 straight rounds.
I mean, the same can be said for Roka, and he's only at 2. Yeah, not quite headshotting and such.
No, not at all.
B going to be pushing in aggressively towards the lower tunnel, finding the first one. VSA then simultaneously peeking upper, grabbing 2. So already it's a 5 versus 3 here with 1 minute and 30 still on the clock. Real Street Gamers tasked with a difficult round. Even though they did invest into it, they do still have the double AK op setup. Roka finding 1, but Race Car able to come back in with a chime. 4v2 continuing here. Bomb now being picked back up. There's still so much time to play with, but Carbon, he's going to be trying to push the envelope. Walks through mid alone, through the fire, with only 20 points of health. That's an easy cleanup, and now Seb, peeking aggressively from Cat, is going to be able to pick up the last one. Op shot for AKNY not connecting, and that's going to be now a 9-point lead. But since they're having some difficulties, Neptune.
That's it.
Neptune.
It was bothering me. It was driving us nuts. We could not remember who race car was. It's Neptune. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the voice comms here for B's Money Crew, who is slowly but surely cruising to a victory.
They're out long. They're out long. Okay, they're out long.
Like, I'm gonna be sure.
I'm flashing.
Fuck!
Oh my god.
Wait, are they up cat ward though? Are they up cat?
Yeah, they smoke CT.
They're not. They're not.
Free boost.
Yeah, yeah. I'm flashing them.
Well, I'm playing co-op.
There's 2 mid, 1 up cat.
Make sure you guys are
Is it
set up
cat?
correct.
Fuck. Seb, come.
They freaking smoke mid B. Careful. But I want to go back flat.
One cat. He's still.
Nothing B yet. Nothing B.
One's still.
One long. They might crunch
They're
Seb.
doing mid to B
Yeah.
again.
That
Wait,
was
let me get tunnel. Let me get
Yeah.
tunnel.
I'm logged it.
Coming out mid.
One up, flat.
One's gonna be late mid. Roka's late.
I'm late.
Otherwise, not there.
Nice. Last guy might be tunnels. Might be
B
middle.
ace. Ace B 8.
Wow.
Nice. Good shit.
Wow. That's, what, one of 3 aces we've seen on this stream?
Yeah, a handful.
I think that we had 1 that actually won a round. No, that's actually 4. That was FGB who picked up an ace.
Yep.
The only round that we saw from Real Street Gamers was FGB getting an ace.
Oh, that makes this even more sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we saw, I think, an ace previously from B's Money Crew, and we saw an ace from Mainline for Vault, even though they lost that round. So
I think Potter had one too, but I can't remember correctly.
yeah, I'm having a hard time remembering. But I don't remember seeing an ace at all on the first day or the second day. If it came in the second day, it was really late in the day.
Yeah.
So it's not something we've seen a lot of.
Few and far between, but a nice one there from.
Well, there is
From the
only
side of
4 in them
BMC.
in the deck of 52, so.
B playing the smoke, trying to round it, finding the kill to FGB. Now that's 2 players left here for the side of Real Street Fighter and Roka, both of which on the A site, but they are going to have to deal with B's Money Crew, who are starting to push up forward. Luckily for Roka, he catches B out from CT spawn, and now they've got the bomb plant in. This is a very doable situation, considering as Neptune is already down to 19 points of health. 3 players here with kits, and they're running low on utility, but Wardell, yet again, time and time again, finding another op kill. Fighter. He's got 2 targets that are incredibly lit, and he's going to be looking to deal the damage. BSA trying to push up towards the bomb. Meanwhile, he takes the fight versus Neptune, so he does find the player who was already tagged, but unable to actually find the round. 12-1.
You know what's wild about that, too, is it's just this weird thing I noticed. Did you notice that Fighter's AK shot a bullet but didn't make a sound?
I
Yeah.
thought I was crazy.
There was a bullet flash. I know it's dumb, like, let's be real, it's 12-1. What else are we going to talk about? Like, Fighter shot a bullet, and nothing happened. No sound, no bullet impact. But I saw the bullet flash, right? Like,
I saw that
yeah,
too.
It was.
I almost
bothered
said
me.
something, but I was like, all right.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. I mean, I know we're tired, but we're not imagining things. This is the Roka we saw on the previous map. He was even saying that his aim just felt on fire towards the end of that second map, or that third map for that matter, in that last match. He was just couldn't miss. He just ran in towards B. He was like, I'm done. I'm gonna win these rounds. And that's what he was doing. And he's doing it here as well, as he finds the 2 entries towards A. However, they did lose AKNY in the process. A nade lobbed up and over the smoke. There's Roka again looking for an angle, and he's going to spot it. B's inside that smoke. Roka's now finding a 4th kill. He wants the ace. You know he does. He's going to get the call that there's a player in CT, and he's going to jump down. He doesn't see him, though. I believe that Roka did leap off the site. Wardell had already rotated out of position. And Fighter is so greedy, he's not going to give Roka the ace. What a jerk. That's just a mean play. Die for your team. You alright?
Yeah, sorry. I lost in a train of thought.
In a daze?
In a daze there.
Yeah, it's alright.
Back into it, 12-2. They've done it. They have done it, Bach. They've gotten another round.
Yeah.
They've got one more to try to find here. I'm trying to make the best of this difficult round. Oh, my lordy. Wardell able to land another one.
That was
Down goes
absurd.
FGB.
That was a full blind shot.
We've seen so many sick op shots from that guy today.
Yeah,
or this
really.
weekend.
Absolutely insane stuff. Trades going back and forth. Decide again at the advantage. Ouch. Carbon main is dropped. The nade towards Catwalk. Actually, not really that successful. Race car backwards. That would be Neptune. Thank God we figured that one out. He's on the opposite side of the smoke. Is he going to go for the knife? I mean, at this point in time, why not? Nope. No BM.
Good for him.
Yeah. Keeping himself composed. It's just AKNY left alive and up and B tons running in towards the site. It's the last round of the half. What can you do?
Die.
Toss one up to the gods. Hope for the best.
Yep.
Fortunately, the gods denied that prayer. They were like, nah, you're good.
You're good. Best
You're
of
good.
luck.
It's a best of 3.
13-2. Sounds good. How about that?
Don't waste it all here.
That is true. It is a best of 3, so there will be the chance to bounce back from this one, but it's going to take a lot because honestly, at least as far as this map is concerned, that's got to be mentally draining. 13-2 on the T side.
I mean, this is the same score we saw on Train. Identical. The score on Dust 2 shouldn't be this bad, but it was on Train that B's Money Crew was on the T side and they 13-2'd.
Which makes it was honestly
It makes
incredible.
it that much worse.
Exactly.
So there's the smoke down for the push towards mid. Carbon Main's going to try and stop them. The smoke down and the help from FGB, who's really one of the few players who's performed, ironically enough. And there you go. FGB continuing. Finds himself 3 on Catwalk. And now these players on Cat are getting pushed from both sides. This is a little bit bizarre. The smoke's down, stopping the push, but also stopping the flank. Fighters still on the site behind the boxes. They realize that they can't go up towards the site. Seb's going to linger on just a little bit. Both players solo on HP, but it doesn't even matter. 11 health between the two. And they're like, nah, we're good. We're going to go towards B. We know that it's very likely that Fighter's over towards A, so they're just gonna go for it. Why not? Fighter, though, could send a shot through the doors that could actually stop the round. And it will be Neptune going for the plant.
Seb's going to be spotting him, but remember, both of these players for the side of BMC could go down to a single shot from Fighter. He's going to be dodging bullets here, trying to find the positioning, but all they have to do is play together. He's going to tap the bomb. He does not have a kit. They're picking at him from both sides, and it's going to be Neptune to find the headshot. 11 HP combined between the two, but that's all they need to find another round. 14 now up onto the board here for the side of B's Money Crew. And it's looking rough for the side of Real Street Gamers, but they're going to be forcing by into this one. Round 17 with a scout, upgraded pistols, and armor across the board. They will cross their fingers and hope for the best.
A 2v3 with 11 HP. That shouldn't happen.
No.
I mean,
14-2 shouldn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, it really shouldn't happen. FGB reeling off of long fighters right around the corner. It's actually Carbon Main to get that first kill before it happens. FGB is going to drop in the site as well. Down goes AKNY. Roka rotating in from the B-tons. B is watching. Headshot angle, but the Galil. It's the Galil. Good luck. He's going to just decide to fall off because, again, it's the Galil.
Yeah.
Not wanting to try and thread the needle with the shot. As Roka tosses a flashbang up in the air. That's Neptune to spot him first. He doesn't have a Galil, but he doesn't want to stay around too long. Nade to follow up in the path of where Roka was coming from. Roka flies on in towards CT spawn. He at least gets the kill on the B, but that's the 15th point secured.
One
so
more.
we're basically exactly where we were in that first match.
But luckily for the side of Real Street Gamers, they have realized what the mistake was. They weren't playing triple scout.
Yeah, obviously that's the
They
mistake.
figured it out. Obviously, this one's going to be their round to win. 3 scout, and a deagle here for Roka.
And it's a B stack, so it might actually work out well. But at the same point in time, they're going to have to do this a lot. They're going to have to win a ridiculous sum of rounds. There you go. Fighter pounces from the car. Finds himself another one, and that's going to be it. No more for Fighter. AKNY still jump peeking from window, trying to find an angle up and over top of the bricks. Roka does have a flashbang primed to bounce through the door. He does do some damage, but he lands in the molly as well. 15 HP on AKNY. Roka sitting at 100, and he's got himself a deagle. Can he find the angles necessary? Ouch. Roka completely eliminated. The last hope is going to be AKNY with 15 HP. And it is the game going to B's Money Crew.
Damn.
Yeah, not a single player had double-digit deaths on B's Money Crew. AKNY finished with 1 kill. Carbon Main with 5. Fighter with 6. FGB, the top fragger, at 12.
Bob quit before you could see it.
And that's with an
but,
ace. by the
yeah,
way.
that's
so
that's true.
7
Let's
kills
contextualize
outside
that.
of that one round.
Yeah, that's rough.
So
So, a domination in the opening game here between B's Money Crew and Real Street Gamer. That's going to be the series heading to 1-0. Second map coming our way shortly, though.
what's the second map? Mirage. Okay, this could get interesting.
It could.
Could be. But we'll see what happens. We'll go ahead and take a break. These players are going to want to reset. They're not going to want to think about that one for too long.
Refresh.
But yeah, they're going to need a little bit of a break. So we'll go ahead and throw it to the break with some commercials, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Personalize the way you see everything, and then conquer. Exclusive Black Equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S-switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
Fragadelphia.
What up?
And we're back. A big thank you to our remote broadcasters there.
Yeah,
We've been looking for that sign all day.
it's true. They found it.
They've lost it, though, like multiple times. They just keep losing it. I don't know why we pay these guys.
Well, we didn't pay them much.
Yeah, the analyst desk just not really fulfilling. I mean, the rest of the desk is down there, too. They're just looking for it. That's what we get for outsourcing. I mean, like, that's, like, probably the best thing we've ever done.
I think so.
Is those troll commercials.
Yep. Wait, what's
So it
fully
looks like
open?
we are going live here. Bees Money Crew versus Real Street Gamers. And the first match was a bit of a doo-doo show, as it was Bees Money Crew 16-2ing. Again, this is the second time that we've seen Bees Money Crew 16-2 Real Street Gamers. Last time was on Train in the uppers. This time it was on Dust 2. Roka not looking like he wants to wait as he pounces on the players coming out of Palace. And it is going to be that bomb heading towards the site after Roka goes down. AKNY getting one headshot but falling off. And we've got another name change here for Neptune. La Flame.
Whoop. AKNY going to be finding one more, and Fighter a headshot as well. Now B's bringing it back, but he's the last player standing. So all of a sudden, despite B's Money Crew getting into the site rather, finding the plant, getting the after plants, it's just a few headshots away for the Real Street Gamers, and they are now halfway to the scoreline that they had in the previous map.
I saw Carbon Main there going for the dunk too.
Yeah.
Carbon Main is like he does that every time.
Every
when
time.
they were around, he's like, gotta show him what's up. Gotta assert my dominance.
Yep.
Alpha
Market
male.
territory.
I mean, you know what dogs do
Yes.
when they want to assert their dominance. I guess this is the closest thing you can do in a game.
It's true.
It is true. Unfortunately, in that last match, there was not a whole lot of dunking.
No, he didn't
No.
get the chance to.
In fact, if anything, the dunking was headed
Upon
towards his
him.
direction. Yeah. A whole lot of dunking. Dunkin' Donuts?
Duncan O'Nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be pistols coming out here for Bees Money Crew. However, we've seen how successful those pistols can be. So definitely something to take seriously here if you're Real Street Gamers. Seb to lead the charge in towards this B bomb site. Misses that first shot, but spins it back. Takes down Bilal. And now the other one going down. Like we said, the pistols, not something you can just shrug aside. AKNY already in market, but he's got to wait for the rest of his team. He can't overextend this push, or he could be giving yet another SMG to the T side. Almost goes down to the shot through the wall, but there you go. Wardell repeaks and trades it out.
Not like this, Real Street Gamers. Roka picking up the pace here. He's going to be flying on out, finding one. Wardell able to chime back in, but it is a 1 versus 3, and Roka looking to pick up the pace. He'll be denied by VSA. An upset round in the round 2. So, well, it looked as though, and I almost said they will be able to get those conversion points, but they're denied. You said it yourself. Don't underestimate the pistols, and, well, Bach, your wisdom shines through.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen time and time again how Bees Money Crew can strike with just the pistols, and it was barely even an armorless approach. So that makes that so fascinating. Even though they work towards B, which is like, okay, it's an ego. They're probably going to go B. One of the few teams we even saw work the B bomb site and buy rounds consecutively was Selfless. And I praised them for it because we don't see that very often.
Yeah.
We are going to see another B approach here from the T side as they work their way in with SMGs. The first kill, though, is going to be FGBs, and he picks off another with that CZ-75. He's low on ammo, but he's still back behind the pillar, survives for long enough to allow Fighter some time to figure out his plan. And it's down to a 3-on-4, and now just a 2-on-4. A counter force working out nicely. So much for that. As the CT side of Real Street Gamers already hits the number of rounds they picked up in the last match.
And I mean, that one, FGB, 2 frags as they just start to kind of pile out that window. Off the CZ-75, he's able to get the ball rolling. Then, of course, we see Fighter, who's behind the van, nearly gets the chance to take an easy frag to VSA, but a little bit of a missed opportunity. Still, luckily for them, they are able to convert the point, and now 2-1. So they go straight into the rifles. No more goofing around. 1 UMP in the hands of Carbon Main. Other than that, full weapons across the board. Now, the side of B's Money Crew also investing into this one. They firmly believe in their ability to win this sort of round. B is going to have the Galil. 2 more rifles making an appearance, but not much utility already left. That's the problem. They've got 1 smoke left here on B, a couple of flashbangs in order to go for an execute, but B himself able to find an opening kill from Galil, with the Galil. Now, we saw actually on Mirage, B's money crew using B to peek that apartment from Palace all the time.
Yep.
Keep your eyes on that because already here in round number 4, he's using it to the advantage of his team. 5v4, even though the health advantage currently in the side of Real Street, VSA incredibly tagged. He is one of the rifle carriers at that. And Seb has been rooted out, AKNY, finding the position. Great sense of the game. But now he's pushed out from the back. That's going to be Neptune. Finding another kill here. Roka from underneath Palace finding one, and he transitions the spray superbly to the third. B taking one to the head. Suddenly, Wardell. That's all that's left.
Yeah, you're nuts, Danny. That was ridiculous, the 3K. Just transferring that spray all around. Give credit where credit's due. I would almost stand up and bow for that one. Like, yeah, thank you. That was me.
Damn, Daniel.
Just ridiculous from Roka, the ability to transfer that recoil around. So it's the first round. That counter force that came in from the CT side, it worked. And then they also picked up the round that was counter forced from the T side. So a lot of force buy-in so far. This is actually the first round we receive pistols, and it's not that pistol round. So it will be a save coming in from B's money crew, opting to pick up a couple of pistols, a Deagle, and a couple of B250s as well. And they're working towards B again. Shocking. The eco round towards B.
Fighter, he's going to be sitting outside of the apartments. Going to be watching the cross here. FGB with an angle up into the window. It's hard to tell just exactly where they are.
It almost feels like our server crashed because it's so it's like no one's moving. It's like we had joked around earlier about implementing a buffering wheel as like an animated GIF on top of the screen, and then we would just hold still just to troll you guys.
That almost looked like it.
Yeah, basically. Would have been the perfect time to do it.
Neptune's looking for an entry frag, and FGB keeps dancing back and forth here. Now B again from this Palace position. He's going to be spotted out from jungle, but he's able to fall back in for the time being. There's going to be one. Neptune drop. Fighter able to hold the line here with the help of FGB, leaving only B himself towards the A apartments. Again, trying to play in from Palace. This time he's not able to find the angle. He damn near finds the guy sitting behind the jump stack, but then the jungle support actually pans out. So Real Street Gamers, they survived the force buy battle, and now they've gotten themselves a little bit of momentum. 4-1 is the score, a much better start than what we saw on Dust 2. But it will be pistols again here from the side of the money crew as they attempt to get back onto the full buy. They'll be using the armor, Tech 9s, and nade purchase to curb their money and improve their chances of walking away with the second round here.
This is something they're going to have to deal with. Roka's going to keep doing this because as it keeps working, he's going to continue to flank. He's going to play that to a T. So he pushes up, realizes no one's there. Now he gets the call that they're coming up ramp. Carbon Main only gets one, but they have no reason to believe that Roka's here. It doesn't even matter. Seb drops into sandwich, just happens to be looking where Roka's coming out of. The Molotov is a little bit off the mark, lands towards default instead of towards where the bomb is actually being planted. Heavy damage dealt to FGB, down to 11 HP, and the bomb is down on the site. AKNY jumping up on the box to get a little bit of an advantageous position. VSA back behind the firebox. The Molotov just burns them out. So in the end, it doesn't matter. The post plant was solid, but the retake was even better. And I mean, it's a good retake too. They use their nades properly, so in the end, they will pick up the round. 5-1 will be your scoreline. B's money crew though, they're moving into their first real full buy.
Yeah.
We're moving into round 7. It's the first time we've actually seen both teams picking up rifles. It's first for everything.
Absolutely true. Fingers crossed.
That's what we keep telling you. One day, you'll get there.
There's lots of things I wish to accomplish.
Yes.
Roka, that's twice this weekend.
Yeah,
the exact same jump. Look at him. He knows it.
I actually brought it up to him, and he said, yeah, I remember. Like, I brought it up to him. He actually remembered what I was talking about. I was like, yeah, I called you out on it. He's like, yep, you're right, you're right.
And that Molotov from Roka is actually going to buy a lot of time here, dealing damage to the first two. Look at that. Those nades going to be netting them the opening frags, giving them the two-player advantage here towards the A site. But they will continue to push the issue. VSA creating a little bit of space, but Roka up on top of the sandbags just like he was in the previous round. But this time, VSA with a read on the angle, able to take him down back to the 3 versus 3 as AKNY tries to keep an eye on Palace. Now Wardell's inside this position with an op of his own, looking to potentially help the peak. But now the problem for B's Money Crew is that they've run out of smoke grenade. Excuse me, no, Wardell still has one. Wardell is in a position where it's hard to use a smoke grenade to get this cross. The bomb needs to find its way to the site, and even if they do manage to get there, there's 2 players inside of that CT spawn they have to unroot in order to secure the plant.
Oh, look at that. Where's AKMY going? They're actually going B. Do they think it's B? I think they think this is B. They thought they were rotating off. There's only 1 player now on the site. That's FGB. I mean, the play is good here because of the fact that FGB is back on the trash can. He doesn't even have to peek. He just needs to hold his ground. If he peeks, he could lose his life and end up dropping the round. That's what happens. He doesn't wait for his team, so it's a bit of a mistake there, but it doesn't matter. Fighter was there in time for the trade out. But it is a 2v2, and now just a 2v1. AKNY trying to save the day. The Superman play coming in from the stairs. Wardell has the op on default. Nice play from B. Good communication there from B's Money Crew.
Explosive.
Yeah, I really look at that play from FGB. That's rough.
Yeah.
And they're actually arguing with him right now. I can hear it because he didn't need to peek. Give him the bomb. Play the post plant. He gets a little bit greedy. He wins the first duel but loses the second.
I mean, they're even able to trade the frag, which is like not thanks to him, but still an accomplishment. Again, though, it's kind of a forced situation where they could have kind of played the pace, done their own thing. Now, Roka, he's going to be looking to get a little excited, getting up close and personal here towards the ramp.
Getting jittery. Too much caffeine.
Too much caffeine. I feel him. I can relate. But smoke down. Outside ramp. Still going to be keeping B's out. And they are currently sitting up towards this side strike. But Seb coming out wide reads Roka's position and takes him down with ease. Carbon Main going to bring it back off the MP9. Of course, the purchase not the best here for the side of Real Street Gamers. So they are going to be using what they have to try to work this out. Nice little pop flash from Carbon Main. Repeaks for the MP9, but be able to deny. AKNY from behind the triple stack now. He will be not burned out of this position, still able to hold. But BMC starting to close it up. Unfortunately, when he goes for the peak, it's VSA to still find the frag. So 2-to-1 ratio here for remaining players in the favor of BMC. But FGB again inside the CT spawn. A lot of letters here. Waiting for the peak, waiting for the bomb to attempt its go down. It's going to be FGB to find 1, but immediately it's responded back to in the favor of B's Money Crew. 5-3 now. Their T side starting to find its footing, starting to find some success, and even better than getting rounds is the fact that they've bottomed out the economy here for the counter-terrorist forces.
So let's go ahead and jump into the voice comms here for the side of Real Street Gamers. Things are not looking so good despite the strong start.
They keep going there.
One of your rep, I think. Might be just be making up shit.
They don't even drink. Be quiet, 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 quiet.
Han.
One's about to be right now. Deep B.
He's a whole 20 HP.
Shot. How much?
1 HP, literally 1 health. This kid just fucked up an easy smoke. Uh-oh. What strat is it?
Especially this guy.
Oh, you have cat?
I'm 1 cat, yeah. And 1 health, that's him.
Oh my god. Scared me.
Spooked, yeah.
Just fell all the way back. Went to a ramp.
On B. B, I'm dead. Oh, he didn't have 1 HP. B.
Bro, you're gonna say they're in sight, man. Shit.
He's not up there. For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep fighting, dude, because they're gonna chase you.
Above you, above you. Sorry.
Just a note. 25 and 1 are different numbers.
Yeah, I'm no mathematician, but...
Yeah. FGB left alive 30 HP. He's got an AK. The call was made. Just keep fighting, they're hunting you. He's right. But at least all of the players are grouped up now, so he can try to hold on to this AK. You can see La Flame. That would be Neptune and VSA working up mid, looking for FGB, not wanting to let him survive with the AK. It's going to be a rifle round anyway coming out for the CT side. Obviously, saving the AK will make it a little bit easier. But after a little bit of struggle early on, B's Money Crew is able to find themselves on 4 rounds, just 1 underneath their opposition. And they're looking to just continue to punish this A site. It's been over and over and over again. Smoke takes towards A seem to be working out beautifully. They did stack up a little bit of a heavy presence there last time, but does appear to be just 3 towards this area. 2 on the site, 1 in window. That would be the support player of Carbon Rain who would rotate back in towards window. There's the flashbang. The smokes are out. Flashbang from AKNY as well. He's back behind the default box, or down behind Firebox. Roka gets dropped down to 12 HP after landing a sandwich. He drops into a Molotov, somehow still finds 2 kills. He's stuck underneath the balcony though, and it's just a matter of time. And now it's down to 3. FGB, Carbon Main, and Fighter. Carbon Main getting executed by B. There's the flash through from Neptune. He's got one right underneath him and doesn't even realize it. FGB swings out, gets one, immediately traded out, and again we find ourselves in a one-on-one. But Wardell doing what Wardell does best. Capping the round off with the AWP.
Yeah, the man's a monster, certainly. Undeniable. B's Money Crew now already sitting on 5 rounds. Of course, what that means is they have actually already cemented success here in their T side. And they're heading forward with the favored purchase. It's only pistols here for the side of Real Street Gamers, and still 5 rounds to play out. AKNY, he's going to be boosted up onto the site here, dealing some damage as a lot of the players for B's Money Crew are already incredibly tagged. Roka with a headshot onto VSA to bring it back to the 4v4. Keep an eye again on the HP, LaFlamme, or rather Neptune with B, able to find a bunch of frags, and it's so close here. The T side could most certainly already be down to only 1 or 2 left players standing. Unfortunately, Real Street Gamers, their damage output just coming up short. It could have gone either way if they had just landed a couple more shots. So a close one, certainly, keeping this game at least as tight as possible, trying to deal damage. Unfortunately for them, they do come up a little bit short. And now, Roka has an auto sniper.
Yeah. If at first you don't succeed, Scar 20. I mean, you know, a lot of people go like, oh, that's bad manners, you're such a noob. No, you know what? I've seen a lot of teams use it successfully. MSL, notorious with picking up the Scar 20. Whoops. FGB just got stabbed in the behind.
Love tap.
Yeah. So like, hey, let's check your prostate with this karambit knife. Not exactly a great way to do it, but I appreciate the method. Roka picking up one with that Scar 20. Carbon Main and Seb dancing in the smoke, passing each other like ships in the night. Eventually, Seb turns on the lighthouse and does take down Carbon Main. So it's a 4-on-3 favoring them. And there you go. There's that Scar 20 again. I imagine at this point the call's like, let's just go B.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with this Scar 20. AKNY bounce around the corner. One's right into Seb. And now they have that B site possibility. I mean, there's no way that Seb's going to let them rotate through CT spawn. So it's one player that has to stop this push. It's 2 players coming in towards his direction. Seb, for whatever reason, decides to force the fight with Roka, which is a little bit interesting. Would have expected him to hold. But will Fighter come up big here? He's back around the backside of the site. Gets the first one, immediate trade. And now Roka has to go for the 4K against the AWP of Wardell. And Wardell is holding up. First shot's not on the mark.
He's going to be putting that bomb down for the cat plant. Roka putting the frag in. Going to deal 25 bits of damage. Now remember, of course, this auto sniper is powerful, but as he's
Roka, just like, I saw a smile on his face as he was doing that. Oh, that was great. Just, you know, push around the corner.
Yeah,
with the
I mean,
Scar
it makes
20,
sense, really. If he's holding an angle watching for the window cross, eventually maybe you might land it. And of course, the AWP has the advantage of being able to kill you with one shot, so why not try to tag him up in the process? You know, jitter him around a little. But Roka, the auto sniper not panning out. Luckily for Real Street Gamers, at this point, they're able to go back to another buy round. One FOMIS coming in and a bit of a lackluster utility purchase, but nonetheless, Roka with an opening frag. And that's a 5v4 traded out for the cost of 60 points of health. That's also Palace secured because B, he always plays there. And now he's been taken down out of it. So now it's up to B's Money Crew to come back into this one. 4 versus 5. They need to find some sort of an opening back into the round. It does seem as though they're thinking about going for some sort of boost here into the window, or at least around to try to find the angle. Carbon Main rotating over. He definitely saw that. Neptune making the call. Didn't get the chance to take the shot because he was jumping and moving around the jump. But still, minute to play with here as BMC take things slowly, trying to set the pace. And meanwhile, Real Street Gamers, they haven't gone for too much of an aggressive push anymore. They have this 5v4, so it's just up to them to sit here and wait.
Roka in window. Sees that Molotov fly on out. Oh, he has to actually run through it, and the nade almost enough. He's going to have to go for it here, and he flashbangs his way in. He actually didn't even need the flash. Both players had their backs turned to him, but he does it anyway. Fighter going to get dropped by Wardell, who's waiting right around the corner to embrace him with the AWP. FGB still posted up towards ticket booth. He hasn't shown himself yet. There's 2 players trying to work in from Palace They're going to get cut off by this player. Oh, no. Carbon Main and Neptune. Kind of a repeat of the previous round where it was Carbon Main and Seb both playing around in the smoke. Carbon Main not wanting to push in because of how things went the last time. So he's going to hide back. FGB not able to spot the bomb planting. Has the wrong angle for it. There's Carbon Main striking from connector. VSA with an immediate trade. Wardell peeks. Does not hit the shot. Now he has to come up big. Great shot from Wardell. One in the sight. It's FGB and another one from Wardell.
This man doesn't miss. He is so many times we've seen him in the last couple of days, notably also on Cobblestone as well. He's always finding himself in the after plant positions with the op ready to clutch. And he normally always manages to find it. Very rarely does he disappoint. Great shooting from him. Great play individually. 13-6 as he does lead the charge for his team. Bees Money Crew now with a 3-point lead on the T side of Mirage. Remember, currently winning with a 1-map advantage. So, BMC in a very good spot to maybe close this out, but AKNY with an initial frag before Wardell does trade back. 4 players here for BMC starting to collect themselves and push out into the A site.
Carbon Main going to have his vision cut off by a smoke. AKNY right now still on the balcony, peeking towards the ramp, waiting for those players to come up. Wardell's stuck behind the smoke himself. Oh, VSA spray. He doesn't realize how on point it was. AKNY still on the balcony, hasn't necessarily fired it. Oh, that is so unfortunate. It's just a spin back from VSA. Everything going towards the way of Bees Money Crew. It's just a repeat. Even Fighter peeking in towards the site. The UMP, not enough to overcome the AKs. I mean, I thought for sure AKNY's position was going to at least net him 1 kill.
Yeah.
VSA eliminated him with ease.
Yep. Rips his head clean from the shoulders. And he had a decent positioning. He had an actual chance to maybe find a kill or two, but again, as mentioned, denied. Bees Money Crew. 9 rounds. 1 more to play out here, round number 15. And the buy for Real Street Gamers just keeps getting progressively weaker and weaker. This time they're going to be having a Scout, a Mag 7, FAMAS, M4. Again, nades not that great, and not a single kit. That's notable, because if, of course, a bomb site falls, that makes the retake even more difficult. Currently, however, Bees Money Crew looking to emphasize the mid control. 2 players towards the top and 2 coming out from underpass, but the blinding nade from the bottom of window. Beautiful stuff as Roka is unable to actually land the scout shot. He will be pushed back by Neptune, who's able to find the first. VSA as well chiming in as he takes down FGB in his attempt to push the catwalk. This leaving Carbon Main as the last player here towards mid. Carbon finding 1. Seb trading back as Neptune does the same. It is all down to AKNY in the final round of the first half here, 1v3.
It started out so promising for Real Street Gamers, but it has developed into this. A 1v3 just to get a 9-6, and it's not even going to happen. It's a 5-10 half on the CT side of Mirage. Not quite as bad as Dust 2 nor their match on Train earlier today. Several rounds in a row, 9 straight for Bees Money Crew. Once things, once they recovered from their money.
Yeah, exactly. We had that like trade back force buy kind of thing going on in the beginning, and then that was when Real Street Gamers were able to capitalize. But like you said, the second they equalized, it's done.
Yeah. Once the money balanced out, you kind of wonder, had they not lost that 3rd round after winning the force buy, would this be a 14-1?
Yeah, how much more lopsided could this have been?
Yeah. Well, pistol round's live, so we'll see if the dominance continues here. They're going to boost one into the site. Oh, that's unfortunate. A shot being delivered. I thought that was team damage for a second, but it wasn't. Oh, man. LaPlane struggling to find the kill, and ultimately he gives away his position, and he doesn't even stop the bomb plant. That was the whole purpose of that. It's still a 3-on-2 in favor of the CT side. Now down to just 1, though. It's Seb, too. He's going to push in towards bench. Gets the kill. AKNY has to go for the reload. Not again. AKNY trucking around the door, and it still goes the way of Bees Money Crew. They just can't figure it out.
No.
Even AKNY is just looking like, I just don't understand. These situations just aren't working for them.
Bees Money Crew, keeping it real. Realer than the Real Street Gamers, as they do take the pistol. And now, an 11th round. Heading forward into this one, 5 SMGs across the board, but it is a force buy, of course, from the Real Street Gamers in the form of 1 scout and pistols across the board for everybody else. Now, they don't have any nades to try and set up and execute, so they are going to be relying on the aim duels. But Wardell already finding the first, of course, with that spray prey P90. Easy peasy. Takes 50 points of damage in return for it, and now it's up to FGB here trying to create some space from Catwalk. Neptune and Seb over here towards A. Beautiful bit of teamwork there with the flashbang. Seb off with the double kill, taking it back to the 5v2. FGB's got a chance, but a very small one at that, and it is Wardell to deny yet again. This time, not with an op, but an SMG.
The disappointment is mounting right now for Real Street Gamers. I mean, they were so close to like having a great first half. Oh, not again. What happened? What do we do? Who broke it? That's why we can't have nice things. Game's still up though. We're good.
Game's
Didn't
still
actually
up.
crash.
Oh, we just tabbed out. That's
yeah.
all.
I don't know. I blame our observer, Chaz. It's his fault.
5v5 yet again here as the T side tries to push things out towards that B site. VSA off of the frag grenade, not only dealing a ton of damage, but then finding 2 more with the fire. You hear him call it itself. 2 down, out and early. 3 frags. Thanks to the nades, VSA already now potentially looking for an ace, but it's going to be the T side to attempt to disengage from this position. Roka's the only player left with any health here, and Wardell's picking up the pace, but he walks by Carbon main, checks it at the last moment. He's able to grab one more. Now Roka's getting pressured. He's got 25 bits of health, trying to run away with his tail between his legs. But Wardell, I see you.
Yeah, Roka's like, please no.
No.
Mommy.
Please.
Hiding in the corner, hoping for the best. Unfortunately, the best right now is 5 rounds for Real Street Gamers. As the lead continues to spread. 13-5, 8 rounds now. The advantage for B's Money Crew. As Real Street Gamers go into the rifle buy, hoping for the best. SMGs on 3 players still for B's Money Crew, but based on the way things have been going, I don't see a reason for them to buy up. Roka, what?
Don't ask questions.
Roka just took 4 damage from a nade that was right next to him.
I hear couch cushions are very absorbent when it comes to fragmentation.
How, that's ridiculous.
Yep, it is. Seb finding the first one, shuts down that initial A-site push. B now also with the ump, able to go for the one-on-one. Fighter finding the trade frag, though, does create a little bit of space here towards that B site. The rest of the CTs currently playing from inside of the market. They do have Seb coming to join from Catwalk. This is a 4v3 position in the after plant in the side of Real Street Gamers. Roka from behind the bench. He's got support from apartments. That flashbang going to be netting him 1 frag, 2 frag. Carbon finding 3. Seb now the last man standing. In an attempt to clutch, he will be denied. And Real Street Gamers, they've managed to find themselves a 6th round here once they get onto the AKs.
I like Roka's reaction, too. So he kills both the players. He's deep in the spray, so he just transfers it over to the window in case a player is pushing from there.
Yeah.
They realize that the market's empty, so he stopped shooting. But I like the thought process there. Just keep spraying. Keep on shooting.
But, of course, remember that that was a round for the CTs that they didn't invest very much into. They used a lot of the weapons they had in the previous round, so this one obviously going to be a full buy for them yet again. A cap push coming in with a B-site split. B able to find 1 frag. Roka trading again. But the flashbang for Catwalk does not slow down the T's, as now they do have 4 players on the site. The bomb's still inside of apartments, however. This makes things a little bit interesting. 3 versus 2 still favoring on the T's, but only for a moment.
I'm curious. I think a Molotov was thrown into the window there, but I never saw it. Am I just imagining things? I thought they threw a molly into the window. Replay.
Pop the molly, I'm sweating.
There's the nade off the mark, but AKNY catches Seb as he has to avoid the damage from it. And now it's a 1v2. Neptune, a player we haven't seen a whole lot from. Consistent, but not necessarily needing to do a whole lot, considering the rest of his team has been going crazy. Recoil, not able to get it under control in time to kill AKNY. Fighter is in position front sight. Nice shot from Neptune. Sure, why not? Both players jumping. And he should have enough time here for the defuse as well. Sure, why not?
Why not?
Both players jumping.
Yep.
Seems fair.
Done.
Yeah, they're both jumping, so it's even. So why not? Accuracy will be dead on.
Exactly. I'm glad the game
Look
calculates.
at the face from FGB is just like, yep.
Well, shit.
It's just like, yeah, this is, I think this is over. As it's a buy coming in for Real Street Gamers, but the morale appears to be very low.
Yeah.
I mean, really, can you blame them?
No, not after the second, not after the first map of the series. And I mean, they're coming back to this one. They try their best, but now that they're just losing it again, I'm sure they're having flashbacks. Still, Fighter and FGB going to be putting up a fight. Not able to find another one, though, as Seb from underneath Palace does clear out the A-site push. And, of course, with that bomb all the way back in T-spawn, the terrorists are unable to commit to a site as of yet. So now that they've retrieved that, they might try to re-engage. B, however, decides to take them down a peg. Another player down. Seb is incredibly tagged in this engagement. That, of course, is notable. And B finding another kill, however, does drop down that bomb carrier. So it is up to Carbon with body armor, an AK, no nades, and a big old dream. 1v3.
Like, Yeah, there you go. People forget, Beast Money Crew, I mean, in the technical term, was a pug
Yeah.
originally. Far from it anymore. You know, we've seen some players come and go. You know, Neptune wasn't always playing with this team in the past. But the last time we saw them, they looked very good. And I've seen them play for several months now with a stable 3 or 4 players. The core has been there. So I don't really consider them a pug anymore.
No, don't.
And the communication has been on point. Coordination as well. The flashbangs in. Just little things you notice when you watch a match.
And just a straight up raw talent.
Yeah, and that too. I mean, that gets you, you know, halfway there, but the rest is what takes you across the finish line. Oh my goodness, Neptune survived for so long in Sandwich. Oh, well, I guess the game's over. That's I blame our observer again. See, it's because he took a screenshot. Fired.
Don't you hate computers?
I hate observers who take screenshots and crash the game. What are you pressing over there? What keys are you hitting?
What you doing?
Yeah. My cheats don't work on land. Stop pressing my toggle key. So
yeah, that's it. That's it. Beast
Yeah.
Money Crew completely knocking Real Street Gamers out of the tournament. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that mixed team, the Real Street Gamers, whether they be under the name of Echo Mix, whether they be under the name of Roca Mix, they have been in the finals for the previous 2 Fragadelphias.
Yeah.
7 and 8.
Yeah, and they've played at half lands as well.
Exactly.
So like they've played at multiple lands with at least the core base of Roca, Carbon Main, and AKNY. That's been kind of their thing.
Yeah, so
sometimes FGB plugs in, sometimes it's Whitmer.
Yeah, so normally kind of they are the guys to topple. Generally they have to duke it out in the grand finals, and now this time they didn't make it there. Beast Money Crew, ladies and gentlemen, your previous reigning Fragadelphia champions will be making it to the final versus Vault GG. Vault GG, of course, yesterday, absolutely reliant on Mainline's phenomenal play.
I thought you were going to say they knocked them down, so I did the thumbs down.
Oh,
now it looks
I'm
like
sorry.
I hate Vault.
Vault
down.
No, Mainline, absolutely huge yesterday, kind of solidified them there, and then we saw them earlier today. The whole team looks so on fire, so I'm really excited to see them play in the finals. Fuegos. Just because Beast Money Crew also looked fantastic. Obviously, if you're able to knock down the Roca Mix team like that.
Hi, producer Rob.
It's looking good.
There it is. See our producer. Oh, there's Rob.
What
He
up?
realizes it and he's like, oh, darn.
So-
yeah, I mean, we saw great performance individually from Vault, but when they played Beast Money Crew earlier today, we were like, oh, yeah, Beast Money Crew, they're going to move on. Vault's going to get knocked down. Not the case.
Nope.
Actually, it was a blowout for them.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and go to show you one more time before we jump away to the commercial break. The giveaways we got going on. Subscribe and win.
Subscribe and win so you can have your chance at ESL and NYC tickets. A Quick C mouse pad.
Quick C?
Quick C.
QCK
QCK Plus.
There you go.
Mouse pad.